DevSecOps in 2025. So where we are just like having the emerging trends and also the future outlook. What are all the things like we are having here? Yeah, and the agenda would be like this is the kind of like detailed agenda. We're going to discuss about what is DevSecOps and the difference between DevOps and DevSecOps, why DevSecOps matters in 2025, evolution of DevSecOps, salary of a DevSecOps engineer in 2025, a sample job description of a DevSecOps engineer, key emerging trends, and future outlook and predictions, DevSecOps toolchain, and QA and takeaways. So these are all the agenda for this day. And yeah, definitely I won't waste your time, your valuable time. So you will get a lot of things out of this. And team, if you are having any questions, please feel free to post that in the chat directly because I'm monitoring your chat in a different machine or in a different screen. So I'm starting with this what is DevSecOps. So this is a buzzword in the recent time, right? So what is this DevSecOps action? So first of all, the DevSecOps is nothing but it's a combination of it as a compound word. It is a combination of development, security, and operations. What we are doing as a DevSecOps engineer, you will bring the security best practices or you will integrate the security best practices into the DevOps process. So that is what like the DevSecOps is. And what we will do, we will actually integrate the security measures every stage of the software development life cycle. So whatever the software development life cycle stage you name it as, so we will just like we will implement the security measures from the initial design through the development, deployment, and also in the maintenance. So this includes actually just like bringing the security coding methods from the beginning and also like till the automated security testing. So those things like we will be like seeing in the upcoming slides. Yeah, and this is a crux. So DevSecOps is nothing but Dev plus Sec plus Ops, development, security, and operations. Then we will be integrating the security across the entire software lifecycle, and then we will be like dealing with this shift left approach. So what is this shift left approach? We are just like integrating the security early. Okay, we are just like integrating the security early in the SDLC lifecycle, and then we are just like having this automation, continuous monitoring, and the policy enforcement. So these are all the things we are just like doing in this particular step. Yeah, as a DevSecOps. And why the DevSecOps is important at this particular stage, why we are just like having this. So it will enhance your security posture of your application and infrastructure, and also it will help you to get this faster time to market, and also it will improve the collaboration between all the team members and also cost efficiency, because this will actually help you to reduce your the runtime or the security, the production security incidences in the development stage itself. So it will actually help you to resolve those incidents at this stage. And then key principles would be we will be like dealing with this shift left security, and also we will be like focusing on the automation. Then we will just like entering into the continuous monitoring, and also we will be like taking care of the compliance and the governance. So these are all the things we are actually having as the key principle of DevSecOps. Yeah. So team, then we are just like entering into the difference between the DevOps and DevSecOps. So in order to learn DevOps, so you have to at least like you have to like know about this, the basic minimal input about this DevOps. So these particular questions will be running in your mind at this stage. So what is DevSecOps and how does it differs from how it differs from DevOps, and then like we are just like having how do I get started? Okay, how do I get started implementing DevOps in my project or in your product, whatever or in your self-learning also. The first thing is that your DevOps will talk about your development and IT operations and application delivery. So these three are the key areas of your DevOps. But if you see on the right side, the DevSecOps, it is adding another zone or a section called security in addition to the development, IT operations, and application security. So this that particular intersection of all these areas we are calling it as DevSecOps. And why DevSecOps matters in 2025, why you have to learn DevSecOps in 2025, because we actually entered into this cloud native environment, or we are just like dealing with multi-cloud and also this hybrid complexity. We are just like having this hybrid complexity as well. Then the security breaches are more sophisticated as of now nowadays. I will just like showcase one sample thing for the security breach regarding AWS, and also the compliance requirements are getting tightened. So you are just like having all the compliance requirements in a tighter format. And as we are just like entering into the AML section, and team, like, you have to believe this. So we are having the separate certification for AML security itself, or AML penetration testing itself. And now we have entered into this developer as the first security is the norm. So first security we are just like focusing on. So these are all the main reasons, or some of the main reasons, why you have to enter into that, or why you have to take this particular DevSecOps into the area. So in 2025, and I want to talk about this evolution of DevSecOps a little bit. If you see, we are just like having the, in terms of traditional, we usually perform the security testing at the end of SDLC. In DevOps era, like we had this faster releases, but security lagged. But from 2020 to 24, we did this shift left automation zero trust. But in terms of 2025, we have to talk in terms of, or we have to work in terms of AI driven security, and also the and the next one is compliance as a code, and also secure AI pipelines. So these two things, these three things we have to like focus on this particular one. So this is what we are just like having team, and this is what we are just like doing as a part of this. So let's discuss about the salary as well, because we all are actually working for the paycheck, right? So in terms of the corporate, so I'm not like kind of exceptional case in that. So this is the current lands. This is the salary landscape for DevSecOps roles till 2024. If you see, like for it is having the salary role in terms of US dollars for all the people, entry level or mid level or senior level as well. So all these things are coming under your DevSecOps, either cloud security, application security lead, or whatever it may be. You can just like you can just like see the maximum limit of whatever the things like you are having for this current salary landscape, right? And at the same time, these are all the projected ranges in 2025, in addition to this AI learning as well. So in addition to this AI learning as well, so you are actually having this projected salary range. So you please like think about that, like if you want to like enter into the role, or what is the role that you need, so you can just like learn about these things. Yeah. So please take a look for 10 to like 20 seconds. Then I will just like move to the next one. So job description. So now like I took this particular job description screenshot from the LinkedIn of one of the topmost product based companies. So if you see, they are actually talking about the cloud infrastructure and security, and that like they are just like talking about the architectures in terms of Azure, but it is applicable for GCP and AWS as well. And also you have to know, you should know how to write the Terraform. I mean, how to write this infrastructure as a code. You have to manage the API security, and also like you have to write the CI/CD pipelines. Then you have to automate the testing security scans, and also you have to implement the GitOps. At the same time, see, you have to implement the AI services in Docker and Kubernetes, and you have to like take care of the networking under the auto scaling as well. And finally, the undiscussed, or we have not discussed this particular part most of the time, the monitoring, the observability using this Azure Monitor or Prometheus, and also the incident response like Finder. Then these are all some of the required qualifications in terms of this. So this is for the experienced persons, but we have to focus on the key responsibilities here. So it includes a cloud, it includes infrastructure as a code, it includes API security, it includes CI/CD pipeline, it includes automated testing and security scans, it includes GitOps, it includes Docker, Kubernetes, and networking, and also the monitoring under the observability. So if you see, this is the sample job description that we have to like deal with. And yeah, the soft skills definitely should be good in terms of communication and nice to have. And these are all some of the things I'm just like restricting here. But you have to focus on the, okay, so you have to focus on this particular the key requirements in terms of the technology thing. So I'm just moving to the next one thing. If you see, I took this particular screenshot, and if you just like see here, you are having the DevOps. If I just like search for the DevOps worldwide, you are having the respective keyword nearby 19,000 results. But if you search for DevSecOps, you are having only 1600 plus results. So please think about this, team. This is the right time to learn about DevSecOps and to get into the respective DevSecOps area or DevSecOps world. I'm moving to the next one. So, what are the key emerging trends that we are having in 2025 in terms of DevSecOps? So, first one is the AI ML in DevSecOps. So, we will be having AI based vulnerability scanning for sure, and we will be using LLMs for the threat prediction, and we will be just like having the secure coding. So we will just like use this secure code generation with the copilot or another set of like code generation tools, and we will be automating the threat modeling as well. So this is actually trend one we are having. Then we are having this trend two, the secure software supply chain. So we are talking about this SBOM. So software bill of materials. And team, here it is SBOM, but now we are just like talking about XBOM. So X replaces with software, network, application, whatever it may be. So SBOM is actually mandatory, and we will be talking about this SLSA framework as well in this particular okay. So in this particular DevSecOps, so we will be just like dealing with the SLSA framework as well. So SLSA framework is nothing but cheaper supply chain levels for software architects. So this is to enhance the security and the integrity, okay, of the software that you are developing. So we will be like using some of the tools like Swift, Gripe, Cosine, Sixstore, and I have like worked on this Cosine and Sixstore actually for what is the like managing the artifacts of the artifacts. And then you will be having this dependency traceability and integrity as well. So we will be just like having this dependency traceability and integrity as well. And then we will be having this as trend three. We are having this compliance as a code. So we will define, automate, and enforce the policies. So that will actually help you to achieve this auditing and the compliance. So we will be using some of the open source tools like OPA and Conftest also. Then it will help you to bring the regulatory requirements into the pipeline. So this will actually help you to bring the regulatory requirements into the pipelines, and then we can just like achieve this continuous compliance audit. So we can just like achieve this continuous compliance audits in this. Then we are just like having this runtime security. What is this runtime security here? So once you have deployed your application as a container, so what are the runtime security that you are focusing on? So we have to get this observability and the threat detection as well. So we will be like doing based on this eBPF based detection using some of the tools like Cilium or Falco, and we will just like work on container escape privilege prevention or escape privilege kind of things, and automated response to the abnormal behavior of this containers, because we are working in the container area, right? Then the DevSecOps for AAML pipelines team. MLOps is another booming area, so we have to implement the DevSecOps for the AAML pipelines as well. So how secure training data and models we are just like having, and preventing the model poisoning and adversarial attacks, and then we are just like doing the monitoring model drift and access control. We have to perform all those things. Then we will be using these kind of tools like ML flow or data version control and custom scanning. In addition to this, you are having the tool called Kubeflow as well. Okay, so these are all, and the next trend is cloud native security. So we are having this Kubernetes native tools like Kyverno, Qbench, Trivi. So these kind of tools helps to achieve these kind of tools. So helps to like achieve this particular step as well. In order to do that, then we have to like achieve this GitOps plus policy as a code. So we have to like achieve this GitOps plus policy as a code here. So in order to achieve that, and then we have to take care of this. Initially, we had single cloud posture management. Nowadays, we are actually working on the multi-cloud posture management. Then we have to work on this identity and the workload isolation. So we have to like focus on this identity and the workload isolation here. So these are all the trends, team. If you are having any questions, team, so please let me know. I'm very happy to like answer the questions out of that. So for the future outlook, so what lies ahead in our setup? So you have to take care of your DevSecOps, which is nothing but your Dev plus Sec plus AI plus automation. So you have to like deal with all these like all these things like as of now in the upcoming stage. Then you have to take care of this. You have to like take care of this particular okay, so you have to like take care of this platform engineering as well. So like you will be having this platform engineering with the security backed in, and then you will be having this DevSecOps into the internal developer platforms. Like you will be having all those things into the internal developer platforms in our setup, and then we will be like dealing with the security co-pilots. So team, have anyone worked with this security co-pilot? I mean, have anyone worked with the GitHub co-pilot in your day-to-day work in order to get this uh, in order to like get this what is it, like the code or kind of thing? So if you have like used the GitHub Copilot by any chance, like in your actual coding, so please let me know. Or if not, like you can just like put it as no. That is also a fine one. I'm taking a question. In actual setup, are you going to do it all, or usually we'll just like focus on some of them? I will showcase one pipeline, one architectural diagram. We will be like implementing that particular architectural diagram. Yeah. So please give me some time. I will complete this particular topics, and then I will just like showcase that. Hope this is okay to you. If yes, put the thumbs up. Yeah, or you can just like give that. Yeah. And team, maybe I'm just like circling back to the question. Have you just like worked on this GitHub Copilot by any chance in your day-to-day activity or no? Okay, superb. Thumbs down. All good. Yeah. So here, like the security co-pilots becoming your team members, because in the last two organizations, they have made the GitHub Copilot usage as the mandatory. So I have to get the code from the security, the Copilot. So there you have to implement some of the Copilot strategy or the security things as well. And then like you have to perform this cross skilling as well. So like the devs are learning security, and also the security learning pipelines we have to do that, or security learning pipelines like we have to do that particular stuff. So these are all the things we are having as a future outlook in this particular one. And the predictions for the future, I would say, yeah. So some of the predictions, so you will be having this 80 percentage of the orgs will automate 50 percentage plus of security tasks by 2027. So team, so please like understand the focus, or please understand the use of this particular the need of the DevSecOps. Then we will have this cybersecurity mesh architecture as we are moving towards microservices, and also like as we are just like moving towards okay. So as we are just like moving towards what is it, like the microservices and the Kubernetes section. So the cybersecurity mesh architecture will get the big place here, and then we will be having this real-time compliance dashboards. We will just like have this real-time compliance dashboards for this particular the actual setup. Okay, then like the increased demand for DevSecOps engineers, SecOps analysts, along with coding skills. So like even we are in need of DevSecOps engineers a lot, but like if you are having a lot of like the in addition to that, if you are having the coding skills, so you will be having like lot of like ideas or lot of points here. Yeah, so these are all the some of the less predictions. I mean, some of the common predictions like that we are having here, like for the future, to in order to like achieve this. Yeah, so I'm just like entering into the DevSecOps tool chain that we are just like having. So these are all some of the DevSecOps tool chains that we are just like having. So for the Git leaks and the truffle hawk, you are having for the code and the secret scanning, and also for the CI/CD security, we are having this Checo, Sneak, and Kicks. And for the yes bomb and the six store, you are just like having Swift, Cosine, and six store. And for the runtime security, you are having this Falco and the Cilium. And the policy enforcement, you are having OPA, Open Policy Agent, and 𝐾𝐞𝐬, and you are having this AI security copilots called Copilot and the Code Whisperer. So these are all the different things that we are just like having at this particular place. Yeah. So and team, there is one such thing called DevSecOps periodic table. So please search this one. Okay, so just like search this one in your actual just like search this one in your actual the browser. So that is a thing called DevSecOps periodic table. So like this was actually created by a team called digital.ai. So you will able to find like most of the DevSecOps related tool chains in that particular stuff, or in that particular the DevSecOps periodic table. The similar set of tools also. Okay, so you please have a look on this one. So the name is DevSecOps periodic table. If you just like search that in the internet, you will get that as the first point. So there you can get like a lot of points out of that. Okay, the DevSecOps periodic table. And maybe before entering into the dev and the QA, I think I just like came to the end. So team, this is the pipeline I just wanted to showcase, right? So this is an open source sample reference pipeline that you can just like look into that, and we will be implementing this end to end pipeline. starting from the code, starting from your GitHub repo. So you will be having this, or we will be implementing this particular infrastructure. Okay. And for the next question, so there is no such standardization we are having, but you can apply this DORA metrics for your implementation of DevSecOps pipeline, whether you are following the right set of implementation or not. So that particular stuff you can just like do that. The compliance will change, no, so based on the organization. So this DORA is a kind of like common one, so just to validate whether your applicate, whether your pipeline is actually workable or not. If not, you can just like change that. If you work for the specific compliance, then you have to customize your pipeline, you have to customize your process. So we can't like take that. Yeah, you can customize that definitely for sure, because it is an open source, it is available to everyone in the internet. And regarding the sessions and all, so I would request you to have a check or have a look with the team to deal with this. Okay. So if you see this particular pipeline, there will be two set of pipelines here. So one is for the application, one is for the application if you see at the top, and another one is for the infrastructure. So we will be creating two pipelines. One is for application code, and another one is for infrastructure. So which means application DevSecOps pipeline and infrastructure DevSecOps pipeline. So we will be like creating two things here.